All right, so we're now going to see how we take this information from the precedence table and represent it in something we call an activity network. So as you can see, we begin with our starting vertex. And then from our starting vertex, we have our two first activities. So as you can see here, we identified these two parts which had no predecessors, and this is where we're starting from. So filling the kettle and putting the coffee in the cup. So as you can see here, what makes activity networks and precedence tables different to what we've seen previously with graphs and networks is, do you see here that we actually label the edge with the letter and the number there? We label the edge and not the vertex. So take note of that. That is how an activity network is different. We're labeling the edge. So now, as you can see here, A was when we were filling the kettle. So if you might like to write, this was when we were filling the kettle. And that was our starting step. We're filling the kettle. And C down here was we were putting coffee in the cup. So we're putting coffee in the cup. I'll just write coffee here. And there were two starting activities. There are no predecessors to those activities. And then we kind of just begin reading it off. What did we say happens after you fill the kettle? Well, you boil the water. And as you can see, it has an immediate predecessor of A. So you have to first do A before you can boil the water. And also, you've got D here, and the immediate predecessor was C. And what was D? D was put milk in the cup. So you put milk in the cup here. Now, but before you can put milk in the cup, you have to make sure you put coffee in the cup because that's the immediate predecessor. Something I want to draw your attention to, and I'll do this in a different color. Let's do it here. Do you see here that we've got like two things as our predecessors? When this happens, it means that B and D actually come together in our activity network. So do you see here that our two arrows, B and D, meet at this point? So this is once the water is boiled and once we've got milk in the cup, now we can go to E, which was pour water into the cup. So you have to make sure the water is boiled and everything is in your cup before you can pour the water into the cup. And that's what that there is showing. So E was pouring. We're pouring here. And then the last thing that you're going to do is stir. And then you're finished. Perfect. And that's how it works. That's how you write down an activity network from a precedence table. We're now going to go through a whole bunch of examples until you feel comfortable with this.